Hey, what's going on, y'all? Sean here, and I am about to eat my lunch. I just finished working out at the gym, lifting some weights, and I went back to my favorite Jamaican spot here in town, Island Pot. So shout out to you guys. I got my brown stew chicken, got my rice and peas, cabbage, and then a couple of plantains. So I'm about to get into this. All right. So anyway, I wanted to when I was about to record the video, I was like, you know what? I think a lot of people have concerns about starch because I'm sitting here eating rice, and I'm sure this could seem kind of contradictory. Some people who are, especially if you're trying to lose weight right now, you're like, I thought starch is bad, or I thought starch would keep you from losing weight. But I kind of wanted to offer like maybe like some counter info on that, or counter perspective on that. I personally don't believe that really starch is a bad thing, and I even say it's just not. Starch ain't a bad thing. It's not. I think it kind of depends on where you are, what your goals are, and things like that. Because you know, I will say this though, I have gone on periods where I didn't really eat much of any starch, um, and my specific goal was to lose weight. But on the contrast, I've also lost weight eating what I would consider plenty of starch. I mean, it was still more of a matter of what my diet was mostly consisting of, and I think my overall intake of nutrients. So this is what I mean. There was a time when my wife and I were temporarily vegan, if you will. Our goal was not to become vegan. We just were kind of doing stuff for health reasons. And for breakfast, we were eating like just a bowl of fresh fruit, grapes, sliced strawberries, pineapple maybe, and then we might put like some walnuts in there or something like that. Um, so that was breakfast, big bowl. Lunch, I think was a salad maybe. I think lunch was a really, really big salad. And then I think dinner was um like beans and rice. Like pinto beans and brown rice or black beans and brown rice or whatever. Um, as well as I think like another salad or some greens or something. I can't remember exactly. It's been a long time. But I lost a decent amount of weight on that. I mean with that rather. So the point I want to make is um well the main thing to me that really worked for me or has worked for me in regard to losing fat. And I specify that because it's fat you want to lose. It's not you don't want to just lose weight because you lose lean body mass and stuff. You really want to keep that. But what's really worked for me is just making sure that my diet is largely consisting of non-starchy vegetables and fruits in that order. Because vegetables and fruits, especially vegetables, are very nutrient dense. So you get a lot of nutrients, vitamins and minerals, and then you get few calories for those nutrients. Whereas when you get like starchy vegetables, which I don't have any issue with those. When you get starchy vegetables, stuff like that, there's a lot more um, calories, and there may be a decent amount of nutrients depending on which ones you choose. But like that's why, like I think that stuff like that, starchy stuff, given that it's healthy sources, tends to be better if you're like preparing for, an exercise session or some sort of very physical event, something like that where you need to be sustained. You know what I mean? In the Bible, bread was very important because people will be going on these long journeys, and you really need to be sustained to do lots and lots of walking for long periods of time, or even in places where people are very physical, like doing a lot of physical labor, having like, calorie dense, maybe carb dense foods will help to sustain you. So that said, if you're very active or if you're not really trying to lose a whole lot of weight, even if you are trying to lose weight, just make sure that your diet is largely consistent of non-starchy vegetables. You know, now if you really want to dial in and you're thinking about just eliminating carbohydrates, I say as long as you're still keeping in non-starchy vegetables, then go for it. I wouldn't necessarily say like just eat proteins and fats. I wouldn't necessarily do that. I mean, to each his own, but I wouldn't necessarily say do that just because of the fact that vegetables are going to be, as far as I know, your most nutrient dense source of food as like a class of food, so to speak. Anyway, I just wanted to say that because I had this rice here, and I know some people like, man, I can't eat rice or whatever, but I don't think it's necessary that you can't eat rice. I think your diet just doesn't need to be based on starchy vegetables if you're trying to lose weight. It needs to be based on non-starchy vegetables. But that's my 2 cents. Just take it for what it is, and y'all have a good one. As we get older, it becomes increasingly important to maintain and build muscle. Muscle helps you burn fat, stay mobile, and can contribute to longevity. However, many people have no idea how to work out to build muscle. My mini workout series on Patreon provides you with my body weight mini workout video library. These workouts use little to no equipment, which means that you can do them in the privacy of your own home. They start at beginner level and progress from there to ensure you continue to see results. Every workout is a full body workout, hitting chest, back, legs, and glutes, as well as other muscles in between. Become a patron today and receive access to my series of mini workouts, plus access to a digital copy of my book, 8 Weeks to Transform Your Diet and Your Health. By combining the workouts with healthy diet changes, as outlined in my book, you'll definitely be on your way to weight loss, improved health, and visible results. Join me at patreon.com/SeanB2B Fitness today.